Good evening, I'm Matt Whitney.
And I'm Nicole Marks. Tonight on News 6 at 10, what turned a mild-mannered financial analyst into a terrorist? The charges that ended with a car bomb in Times Square.
A homeowner's blues, what led a suburban man to trash his own home?
A medical miracle for the star of Celebrity Apprentice, the recovery that has surprising even his doctors.
And how sitting in a bubble could help you feel stronger and maybe even lose a few pounds.
Those stories and an awesome forecast next at 10.
Now, this is News 6 at 10 in high definition.
Now, we know that Jack Bauer can do it in 24 minutes. But in the real world, 53 is a pretty good number.
It took police 53 hours to capture a homegrown terrorist just days after he unsuccessfully tried to detonate a car bomb in Times Square. Tonight, how a mild-mannered financial analyst turned into a terrorist. Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Whitney.
And I'm Nicole Marks. The suspect in the Times Square terror plot was caught late last night, arrested at the last second on a plane that authorities stopped as it was leaving for this country for Dubai and then Pakistan. Tonight, new information about the making of a terrorist, what made a financial analyst, a family man with a suburban home, turn to terror. Here is the latest at 10 o'clock. Faisal Shahzad said he attended a bomb-making training camp in Taliban-controlled Pakistan. Authorities there have arrested a dozen people they describe as his friends. Police here say Shahzad started making major life changes in a little more than a year ago. News 6's Miriam Brooks has the story.
Faisal Shahzad almost made it out. He was on a plane headed to Dubai from
Just pretty much to themselves.
Nice guy, nice family?
Yeah, nice guy. Yep.
Authorities say Shahzad immediately began to cooperate during questioning, admitting his role in the attempted bombing and saying he acted alone.
We're learning more about who Shahzad is tonight. His family is from the town of Pabi, Pakistan, near the Afghan border. It was once home to an Al-Qaeda training camp. His father is a retired Air Force officer there. Shahzad first came to the United States on a student visa in 1998. He earned a degree in computer information systems in 2000 and then an MBA 5 years later. He worked as a junior level financial analyst at this Connecticut firm until last year when he decided to quit. Stay with News 6 and News6Chicago.com for continuing coverage on the Times Square bomb investigation.
Here in Chicago, Illinois State Police are searching for an SUV involved in a deadly shooting that brought the Stevenson Expressway to a standstill this morning. The incident happened early this morning near Central Avenue. Police say it started with a fight inside a Chicago nightclub and moved to the Stevenson where someone began shooting at an SUV. The driver is in critical condition. His passenger, 35-year-old Alexander Lopez, was killed.
I just heard about what happened and I am absolutely devastated. He was an ex-United States Marine, and it was terrible.
A third man was not hurt and is helping police with their investigation. They are looking for a newer model Chevy Trailblazer with tinted windows.
A bit of an uprising at the Cook County Board today as it passes new restrictions against lame duck President Todd Stroger. The board overwhelmingly voted to severely limit Stroger's powers in his final months in office in the wake of several questionable actions. The new measures require Stroger to report spending to the board within 3 days, to freeze most hirings, and to notify the board of any hirings and raises that do take place.
Another example of government misconduct tonight. 4 suburban officials are behind bars caught in a sting called Operation Cookie Jar. One of the men, former accountant for Harwood Heights, managed to overpay himself more than $135,000. Another was caught stealing $250,000 by issuing checks to a fake company that he controlled. All 4 people face charges of official misconduct and theft of government property. If they are convicted, they could face between 6 and 30 years in prison.
A crucial vote at City Hall tomorrow, the closest Walmart has ever been to building its first supercenter in Chicago. News 6's Lauren Jiggets has the latest on a battle for jobs and wages that have been going on for years.
Tomorrow, this land could pit unions against a major retailer.
The residents of the area, it will be terrific.
The development could take over a decade to complete, creating part-time union construction jobs. And Alderman Beal says it could generate 3,000 permanent jobs.
Still ahead on News 6, why would a suburban man trash his own home? A new side of the housing crisis.
Even doctors are surprised at the medical miracle of Celebrity Apprentice star Bret Michaels.
And how sitting here could make you feel stronger and even help you lose weight.
News 6 at 10 continues with Matt Whitney and Nicole Marks. You're watching News 6 at 10 in high definition.
Tonight, a strange twist to the nation's housing crisis. A suburban man who was losing his home to foreclosure took revenge by trashing the house. The story is playing out in South Suburban Homewood. News 6's Alex Perez spent the afternoon there, and here's the story.
On the outside, this sprawling brick home in Homewood is still... It's unclear what the bank will do about the damages as it continues to try to sell the home.
Now, Townsend is free on bond and due back in court May 19th. Back in 2008, he was charged in a mortgage fraud case involving another home.
Here in Chicago, NBA star Dwayne Wade's long and nasty divorce is getting nastier, and his estranged wife sues his new girlfriend. Wade's wife is suing actress Gabrielle Union, saying she broke up their marriage. The wife claims Union's inappropriate conduct caused emotional distress for two of their young sons. Dwayne Wade recently filed for sole custody of the boys.
Still ahead here at 10, Bret Michaels' medical miracle. Then a college lacrosse star is dead. Now her former boyfriend is behind bars. The crime that stunned a major university.
And for your health, why a machine that stimulates high altitudes can help you lose weight on the ground.
And the weather was beautiful today. How warm will it be tomorrow? All the details later in your weather forecast.
You're watching News 6 at 10 in high definition.
A shocking crime rattles the University of Virginia. A star player on the women's lacrosse team is dead, and her one-time boyfriend is charged with her murder. Yardley Love was found dead in her college apartment. Police were called to an alcohol-related incident but found evidence of a violent attack.
That this young lady was the victim of something far worse. There were obvious physical injuries to her body, which prompted them to immediately secure the crime scene.
George Hughley, who also played lacrosse for the University of Virginia, was charged with first-degree murder. His lawyer claims Love's death was not intended, but a tragic accident.
In the Gulf of Mexico, cleanup efforts continue tonight to combat the massive oil spill still growing by the hour. Crews say calmer weather is helping, but the oil may reach land by Thursday. The White House is pushing a plan to raise damages BP may have to pay to $10 billion.
Here in Chicago, new revelations from former First Lady Laura Bush on the tragic accident that changed her life and what really caused her husband to stop drinking. In her memoir, Spoken from the Heart, Mrs. Bush says she still feels guilty about a car crash she caused at 17 that left a classmate dead. She also talked about her husband's decision to stop drinking. She told Oprah Today it was his call and not hers.
I knew that George was drinking too much, and I knew that he didn't want to do that. He was 40, he had a wife who loved him, he had baby twin girls, and he had a father who was thinking about running for president.
Mrs. Bush's book comes out before the former president's memoirs.
A surprise for Celebrity Apprentice star Bret Michaels tonight. Just days after suffering a massive brain hemorrhage, he's out of the hospital. The rock star's recovery is far from over. Doctors say he is getting better, but he is in no shape to sing and dance right now. However, he can walk and talk. Although it is still unclear whether Michaels will participate in the live finale of Celebrity Apprentice on May 23rd. In For Your Health tonight, the U.S. military and the world's most elite athletes have used the technology to make them stronger and faster. Now, some Chicago area residents are testing it out as a way to lose weight. It requires nothing more than getting inside and sitting down. News 6's Nasita Kwan reports.
When the door of this pod closes, Kevin's actually having fun losing weight.
I've always loved space, so it's like my own spaceship. I love it.
Nasita Kwan.
This treatment can cost up to $55 a session. For more information, log on to our website at news6chicago.com.